Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel ExcelVBA Expert. In today's video, we are going to solve top 3 VBA interview questions. Alright, so let's start to solve from question number 1. Let's have a look in question number 1. Here I do have a small data you guys can see, but in a column we do have some values, some cells are in colored. Okay, some cells are colored, right? If somebody will tell us to filter out the data which all are in the yellow color, then we can do it simply like this, right? Filter the color by yellow, filter the color by red, filter the data which are not colored, right? So when it comes about to filter the data which are not colored, okay, in order to achieve this through VBA, it becomes a little tricky, and that's what actually we need to do in this question, right? So in order to first of all identify, in order to basically identify which cells is colored or which cells is not colored, right? To achieve that and to understand that, we need to make a one identifier in the H column. So in order to make the identifier, let's go in the formulas. In formulas, go in the define name. In the define name, let's keep the any name colored. But here what mistakes I'm doing, I'm just keeping my cursor in H1, but my data is starting from H2. So simply my formula will start from H2, right? So your cursor should be in H2 from where, in my case it is H2, but in your case it can be other cells also, right? So you need to be more conscious, okay, from where you want to start your formula. So from H2 I want to start my formula in question number 1. I'm keeping my cursor here and I'm going in the formula and creating the function, okay, by the name of color. And this function you guys can see, get.cell is the function and 38 is the code to identify the color. Okay, select the cell 1 2, that's it, and click on OK. If you will use that, you know if you will use that function that you created, you will be able to see that you have, some values against each color. But the cells which are not colored, okay, against those cells you have a 0 only. So here you guys can simply, filter the 0. So if you will filter the 0, then you will be able to see that the data that you filter out, those data, okay, has no color, right? So you guys can see in every cell which is colored, okay, we have some numbers. But okay, against those cells which are not colored, we have only 0. Okay, so what we are gonna do, we have created the function. Now we are able to, now we can make the identifier. So let's make the identifier first. So in question number 1, dim sh as a worksheet, okay, sh active sheet, okay, sh dot range. In H1 I'm just keeping header like helping column like this. All right, or and after that we need to, we are gonna create, we are gonna implement that function that we created. sh dot cells rows dot count a dot and excelup dot row formula. Okay, and after that the formula which we created colored, right? So just copy this and paste it here, simple. Okay, if I will run this code now, if I will run this code like this, f8 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 f8, you will be able to see that we are able to create the identifier. The second action should be to filter the zeros only, right? So sh dot range a1 dot current region auto filter, in auto filter, filter the 0, filter the 0. All right, like this you can filter it like this. All right, and in field first of all we need to give 8, because h is coming in 8, you guys can see, right? 8, so 8, and after that 0. Okay, and excel filter values, and you can give the name message box, you can give message box. If I will run it one by one, f8 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 f8, you are able to see that we are successfully we can filter the data, okay, which is 0, right? So identifier we have created, and on the basis of identifier we are just filtering out the 0. 0 means that we don't have any color in those cells, right? So here you guys can create any button here. I'm going in insert and creating any button here and assigning the question number 1. All right, if I will run it, if I will run it like this, you will be able to see, okay, I can successfully can filter the data which all are not colored, right? So this is how that you guys can achieve this, right? I hope guys you have understood what does this mean, and this is the code is not that much massive. This is something which is tricky question, right? So let's go in the question number 2. In the question number 2, what I do have, I need to use the advanced filter. What I want, if the value will get increase, okay, I want to create one button here. If I will click on that button, whatever the name, whatever the agent's name we do have in K column, those agents data should get filtered and paste in M1. So basically we need to use the advanced filter in order to achieve this, right? So let's do it. I'm pressing Alt F11. Sub procedure question number 2, dim sh as a worksheet and keeping the sh as a active sheet, right? sh dot range in a1 dot current region advanced filter. In advanced filter we do have a excel filter copy, or in criteria range what we need to give, we need to give this column from k1, sh dot range from k1 to k. Okay, we don't, the value can also increase and decrease, so we need to make this range dynamic. In order to make it dynamic, I'm using that dynamic line to get the last row dot count k dot and xlub dot row. Okay, and after that copy to range, where you, after filtering out these agents, where you want to copy those data. In m1 I want to do ss dot range m1 dot simple. That's it. Okay, message box done. Very simple code, okay, in one line that you guys can achieve. Okay, if I will run it, we don't have any data so far. You guys can see we don't have any data in m1. Now I'm going to execute it. F8 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 f8. You are able to see, I can see the data. Okay, the data we do have for Praveen, Abhishek and Pramod. If I will show you the drop down, you guys can see Abhishek, Pramod and Praveen. Pramod, yes, Pramod, Abhishek and Praveen. Great. If I will execute, I will also show you the demo. I'm gonna insert one button like this. Okay, and keeping question, assigning question number 2, run, right? If I will decrease Pramod, then I will be able to see the data for Pavin Kumar and Abhishek only. Okay, Parveen and Abhishek, you guys can see. So this is the very simple way that if you want to filter, and if you want to filter some data and want to copy and paste somewhere, this is the simple code in one line that you can achieve your requirement. All right, this is the question that have been asked by that interviewers, right? So let's have a look in question number 3. In question number 3 I do have this question is basically saying is that we need to add 7 sheet, and those sheets name should be renamed by these name which I have mentioned in a column: data 1, data 2, data 3, data 4, data 5, data 6, data 7. Okay, I need to add the sheets by these names. How we can do this? So I'm gonna again write one small code. Okay, sub procedure question number 3, dim ws as a worksheet, simple. Okay, and k as a integer. Okay, my name is starting from k. My name is starting the data 1, data 2, data 3. The sheet name which I have defined here is starting from row number 2. So I'm writing here k equal to for each. Okay, and after that what I can do is I'm running one loop, do while. Okay, do while sh dot cells, not cells, simple as cells. Okay, in k basically what I have my row number, and column number would be 1, unequal to blank, right? Simple. Seats dot add after seats dot count. Okay, it means whatever the seats will get added, that will add in the last, right? And after that what we need to do, seats. Okay, seats, what we can do now, we need to ignore the the starting of, we need to ignore the sheets, okay, which already we have. We want to only rename the sheets which we will be adding new, right? So seats dot add after seats dot count, active sheet dot name, right? In this we want to rename it by the name which we have mentioned in the A column, right? So in the rows we need to give the row number which will be your k, and the column would be 1 dot value k equal to k plus 1, and loop message box sheets has been added, right? And now let's run it. If I'm gonna run it by f8 1 2 3, you guys can see, you will be able to see here now what error we are getting. This is something where this is where we need to understand little things. So here we are getting that we don't have any value in cells k comma 1, because we are seeing the active shed. The cells k comma 1 is basically considering this blank cell, okay, which should not be. So in order to achieve it, we need to mention these sheets where we have a name of sheets, right? So here I'm gonna declare one more variable for sheet sh as a worksheet. Set this workbook dot sheets, giving the name of sheets. Here let's give the name sh and sh. Simple sh. That's it. Now let's run it. F8, 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 F8. We will be able to see. You guys can see the data, the sheets which are getting add. Okay, and that is something which is already renaming by itself. Okay, if I will run it in one go, you will be able to see, we are able to see the 7 sheets, okay, which we have mentioned in the sheet VBA question number 3. Okay, in question number 3, okay, in VBA question number 3, the sheets we have, okay, wherein I have written the question. Okay, I just also mentioned the sheets name, from where to where I need to add the sheets, from data 1 to data 7 I wanted to add the sheet. That's what actually we have created through the VBA, right? If I will delete all these sheets, and I will create one button here, developer insert, okay, and I'm just assigning that code question number 3. Here I'm writing here run. Okay, if I will execute it, you will be able to see, okay, I from data 1 to data 7 I can see my sheets got added, and those sheets also got renamed by the name which I have mentioned, which I have already defined, okay, in the question number 3, from data 1 to data 7, right? So these are the small codes which I will also attach in the description box, guys. From there you guys can download it, and you can use this file for your practice. I hope, guys, this question definitely will be will help you out in future, and I hope you guys have learned something, little you have learned, that is sufficient. Okay, so on a daily basis we need to increase, and we need to add something new. I hope anything or something that you have learned new, okay, from the other days. So thank you very much everyone for watching this video. And apart from that, if you guys have any question, you want to ask anything, you guys can comment me in the you guys can comment me, right, in the comment box, and I will definitely reply you back. And apart from that, if you guys want me to make any other videos on any technology, okay, which in regards to the data analytics, so you guys can comment me there, and definitely I will try to help you out as much as I can. Alright, so for that time being, say thanks, and let's meet in the next video with a new topic. Thank you very much, everyone.